Antonio Brown, Tyreek Hill, and T.Y. Hilton look like they will carry a questionable tag in Week 7, and their statuses will affect start-sit-em decisions across the wide receiver position. We have the latest injury updates on these players and what their potential absences could mean for other pass-catchers on their teams. For the latest on ailing players from the early games, including Latavius Murray, Saquon Barkley, Antonio Gibson, and more, click here. For updates on late-game players Rob Gronkowski, Damian Williams, Dallas Goedert, Alex Collins, go here. For all the latest fantasy news, follow us on Twitter at SNFantasy. Week 7 Fantasy, Sleepers, Busts. Sit-em Brown, ankle, missed practice on Wednesday and Thursday, leaving his Week 7 availability in doubt. Hess dealing with an ankle sprain so he could be fine, but missing the first 2 days of practice is never good. Tampa Bay has plenty of weapons at their disposal, so you'd have to think they'd be cautious with Ab if needed. Just follow his situation as we head towards Sunday. If Hess out, Chris Godwin and Mike Evans move up rankings, but as usual, all 3 Tampa WRs are must-starts. One of them isn't very productive each week with the crowded completion for targets, but Ab's absence would clear up the target share a bit. If he plays, we rank him as our WR15 in standard leagues and in PPR leagues. Week 7 PPR rankings: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, D/ST. Kicker Hill, quad, was out of practice Wednesday and remained out Thursday. That said, he also missed both practices last week and played against Washington, catching 9 passes for 76 yards and a touchdown. As of now, we don't believe he'll miss Week 7 against the Titans, but we'll have to monitor this. The Titans are dead last in fantasy points allowed to WRs and have allowed multiple receivers on the same team to put up big numbers. The Cardinals, Seahawks, Bills, and Jets have all had multiple receivers post at least 15 fantasy points against Tennessee. All things considered, Hill is our WR1 in standard leagues and WR3 in PPR. Mecole Hardman is an attractive flex option given the pairs of teammates that have had success in this matchup. If Hill is out, Hardman is nearly a must-start. Week 7 standard rankings: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, D/ST. Kicker Hilton, quad, did not practice Thursday, and he said he has a 50-50 chance to play against San Francisco this week. Well, take his word for it, and say Hess right in the middle of questionable. In his first action of the season, he looked explosive, catching 4 passes for 80 yards. However, after sustaining a new injury, there is worry he will be sluggish if he does play. The 49ers defense is right in the middle in fantasy points allowed to WRs and has only allowed Devontae Adams and DeAndre Hopkins to truly go off. Week 7 DFS lineups: DraftKings, FanDuel, Yahoo. All things considered, Hess are WR37 in standard and in PPR leagues. Paris Campbell, foot, is on IR, so Michael Pittman Jr. would be the only consideration at WR for Indianapolis. Since this game is on soon-to-be Night Football, the safest option might be benching Hilton. If you're thin at flex, you can pick up Zach Pascal if Hilton is declared out. He won't have much upside, but he'll be better than nothing.